everybody, Aaron here with Gideon's Tactical. Today we are checking out one of the top selling knives of 2012 for fixed blades, and now we're in 2014, and we're looking here today at the Tops Knives Brothers of Bushcraft Fieldcraft knife. I know that's a big mouthful. We're going to call it the Tops Bob throughout this video. This is the Blade HQ exclusive with the black G10 handle scales. I'll give you a couple basic specs. We'll jump out and begin to field test this blade. So basic specs for you are it has a total blade length from the handle scales to the tip of 4.6 inches, actual cutting edge of 4.3, Scandi grind 1095 high carbon steel with a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58. You got the G10 handle scales, Kydex sheath, weighs in at 9.87 ounces, so just under 10 ounces, 3/16 of an inch thick. Just an awesome little fieldcraft knife. Lots of little bonus features you get with this blade. So let's go ahead, get out there and begin to chop, use, cut, baton, test out the Tops Bob. You can see how fine I can get these awesome shavings with that Scandi grind. You know, it's not necessarily my favorite for particularly larger blades. You don't want a big, a big knife with a Scandi grind because then it tends to be a little weak. But for this type of stuff, I mean, I can get this hair shaving sharp. I mean, just, oh my gosh. And then it makes it so easy to, carve and whittle and, get little tinder going for a fire. The jimping feels amazing along that back spine, very aggressive. It's a little uncomfortable when you're carving without gloves on, but I almost always use at least some form of gloves. But it gives you really, really good traction. I like that they don't give you this coated part right here. It's uncoated, and which makes it just slide through the material that you're cutting a lot easier. So very, very easy to do this kind of type of cutting and carving. I mean, this is really where this bob is at home, and what it's designed for is this type of stuff. Using your bob to carve and whittle, make stakes and tent pegs and, just different things like that. Carve out a spoon if you want to, or a pipe for your, tobacco as you, sit around your fire if that's what you're into. That's really what this Tops Bob, this blade is designed for, and it is a freaking home run at it. I mean, amazing, amazing knife to use like this. Okay, so let's go look at the handle here and how that, ties into how well this thing carves on the bob. G10 is what I have on this particular model because I got the Blade HQ exclusive. You can either get it from Blade HQ with the black G10 handle, or you can get it with micarta handle scales, either tan or gray. So what's awesome is how big this handle is. You can see there as I'm holding it, I got about 1.5 inches to spare with my work gloves on. Nice heavy duty gloves is what I got. And I still have about 1.5 inches left over, so I can kind of move around at different angles. It's nice, not too thick on any way any way you slice it. Got a little bit of palm swell, so very ergonomic. They give you this little notch right here to rest your thumb for when you're doing a chest pull reverse cut like this. And it just makes this type of cutting so easy. And if you've been watching the Gideon's Tactical channel, I like to kind of sit around the campsite and carve like this. It's a bushcraft type of style of cut, a chest pull. And this bob is the most comfortable knife I've ever used to do this, because the handle's really long, so I'm getting good leverage, and then that nice little cup right there. They just thought it through. It's on both sides, so I can just really go to town and carve and whittle all day, and it never fatigues my hand. I mean, this is designed, it's called a bushcraft knife, fieldcraft knife. This is what it's designed for. It's not, necessarily a tactical knife. It's not a jack of all trades knife. This is a fieldcraft knife designed for exactly what you see me doing through this video. So, I mean, it is superb, and the handle is just amazingly well designed for all this type of use with the Tops Bob. I mean, fantastic handle, fantastic ergonomics, just a awesome knife. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So nice. Nice. That Scandi edge is able to go right through without any effort your heavy-duty nylon rope that you might have around your campsite. Whatever. I mean, this thing is just awesome going through that heavy-duty nylon rope. It's a breeze with the Tops Bob. All right, well, let's look at the Kydex sheath that they give you with the Tops Bob. It is Kydex, which is really nice. They give you a really nice thumb ramp right here that's very easy to push off, pull the knife out. I do have to have a little bit of my hand sticking off like that, and then I have to do a walk up to then use the knife. So I wouldn't say this is necessarily built, you know, for tactical. I know some guys have been carrying this, you know, on their LBEs for tactical use. I think the knife design is great for that, but the sheath, you know, you are going to have to pull and then do a little bit of a walk up. So, I mean, you know, everyday use, you know, around your campsite or bushcraft is fine, but tactical, you are going to have to do a little bit of a walk up. Then you got your nice loop right here, Kydex loop for your ferrule rod. Real nice there. It's nice and snug in there. I'm not really worried about it falling out like the Light Trekker. The Light Trekker Kydex loop was just a little loose, and you can heat that up very easily. Then on the back side, you got the well-known Tops belt clip, rotates 360 degrees. You can take that off if you so desire. It's just held on by a hex head bolt back in there. Real nice though. Will fit on larger LBE molly loops, and I do like that you can kind of carry it all sort of different ways. The only downside is if you are carrying it, you know, just horizontal like this, the knife handle is going up pretty high and will be kind of starting to jab into your ribs. So I like to carry it kind of at a, you know, 45-degree angle, and that helps. But other than that, I mean, an awesome Kydex sheath, a lot better than a lot of other knives on the market for the same price. Great. So Tops gives you a little notch here on the exposed tang on the back of the bob. This is supposed to be used to hit your ferrule rod, you know, or scrape the magnesium sticks and cause sparks to fly so you can start your fire. I recommend using the uncoated steel there, facing towards the ferrule rod as you hit it. That gives you really good sparks. If you try and do it the other way with kind of the ferrule rod, with the blank spot kind of showing, then it doesn't catch very well. But it does throw really good sparks, and you can shave those magnesium rods, which is great because it just saves your edge. You're not having to use the edge of your knife to try and throw sparks or, you know, carve your magnesium. So I'm going to try and start some tinder that I brought with me today and see without the magnesium rods if I can get that tinder started real quick with that little spark notch on the back of the bob. There we go. Nice. Very easy with that ferrule rod that Tops gives you. Sweet. Very easy to do to get your fire started. So you guys saw here, that was the first attempt. Caught that little, you know, just twine tinder real quick. Very easy to do. I recommend, you know, using the knife in the sheath when you are doing that, just so you don't accidentally stab yourself or cut yourself, you know, while you're trying to throw those sparks. But awesome little feature that they give you on the Tops bob. I think it works perfect, works great. Again, like I said, first shot, boom, caught that stuff going, and I love it. That's a really nice feature to give you that little notch right there. Oh yeah, man, awesome. That Scandi grind just chops right into that dead pine there. Get this out of the way. Here we go. Look at that. Look at how deep that is right there. That went almost through in one chop. Right there, look at that. Boom. Real nice. So, I mean, you know, the Tops bob is not your designated chopper, but it can definitely do some minor chopping. And with that Scandi grind, I mean, it just blows it away. I like to do that pinky lanyard. You know, I just stick my pinky through there, and then my other three fingers hold onto the knife. But, I mean, that thing just sliced right through. Almost one chop cleared the thing. I could have totally broken it off with my hand. The Tops bob can definitely do light chopping for you, like really no other light knife that I've seen. It's awesome. Alright, so as you can see, and we just saw, you know, the bob can definitely chop. You know, lightweight stuff. It's not a heavy knife and it's not a big knife. So this is a much more efficient way to get through, you know, thicker pieces of wood. Is you just lay it on its side, do about a 45-degree angle, and you just make a little notch. Do it on the other side. Boom. I'm going to be able to go through this piece of wood here real quick. And again, you can see how strong this Scandi grind is. It's not wanting to chip and break or anything like that as I do this. And that 3/16 inch thick spine takes a lot of abuse from your batoning rod that you're using. We're almost there. There. Bet you we'll get it right here. There we go. So that took a lot less energy than me trying to chop through this piece of wood just by hand. Very easy way to use your Tops Bob, and doesn't jack up the edge at all. Nice. You know, 3/16 is great for some light duty batoning, but this blade is only, you know, 4.3 inches actual cutting edge. So you're just not going to be able to span a lot, but you know, you need to get a little kindling done. You know, it's wet today, so we got to get to the meat of this wood. That's why you baton, you know, get to the meat of the wood so that it'll catch fire quicker. Very nice. Very, very nice going through that. And this knife can definitely take that hard abuse of batoning. I'm glad it has that drop point with no sharpened swedge, you know. Makes it very easy to have a really good strike when you hit the piece of wood. So you can definitely do some light batoning with your Tops Bob. You can see as I use this knife, again, this is not designed to be a tactical blade, but I've been hearing some reports of guys using this over, you know, in Afghanistan, you know, Iraq. And you can see that this gives you superb lockup, fantastic lockup, the awesome deep jimping right there, and then the nice finger guard right here locks you into place, and you're not wanting to slide up and hurt yourself. And then the blade design is fantastic for that really good, strong tip, but it's also precise enough that it's going to totally get in there and penetrate. So if you are a guy who wants to use this as a tactical knife, I think you could totally do that. The sheath setup really isn't designed for it, but I mean, I can totally do this type of stabbing. You know, to defend myself against, you know, I don't know, wolf attack or something. I could totally do that with this Tops Bob with the design of the knife. All right, everyone, so you've seen the Tops Bob Brothers Bushcraft knife in action. For a 1095, 3/16 inch thick, under 5 inch knife, this is my favorite one that we have reviewed on the Giddings Tactical channel. This thing is mind-blowing, and I'm not kidding when I say that. The price point is there, right around $100. I would take this out on a day hike, or you know, to compare with, you know, a bigger knife, you know, like a big Tops Condor or your SE Hungalis or whatever. I would take this over a Rat 5. I would take it over an SE 5. I'd take it over a Laser Strike. I would take it over an SE 4, hands down. I mean, the edge retention is insane. I love that Scandi grind. Really great handle construction. I mean, just awesome high quality US made knife, carves and cuts like really no other knife in those that I just listed, and feels very comfortable in your hand. Great Kydex sheath, the little options, you know, the bow drill holes, the, you know, fire notch for the fire steel. I mean, everything about this Tops Bob just blows me away, and I'm not joking when I say that. I would take that over any of those knives that I just listed. Just blows me away. So I highly, highly recommend it. This is definitely going in my favorites fixed blade playlist. I love the Tops Bob for a lightweight, small fieldcraft knife. Amazing. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.